Everything's working. Good morning, everybody. My name is Osa. We are playing Farming Simulator 25 on Alma, Missouri. Game sounds are incredibly low. Well, we'll check the game sounds in a minute when we get in a tractor, but at the moment, the weather is quiet. It is early morning on November 2. I have not checked the animals in ages. Okay, you're okay. Milk. 5,000, don't have to worry about that. Manure, no. Slurry, we could do a shipment of slurry down to the BGA. That's all I need to worry about. When are you guys? 3 months, okay. Sheeps. Sheeps have food. Horses. We could drop a hay bale in the horses. Let's do that. So, yeah, harvest is finished. Yay. I have been over to the new grass fields and I fertilised those on November 1. Really wasn't a lot to do on November 1. I do have the option of getting out and putting lime on some of the fields. I might take a look at that because obviously we haven't. If we do it now, then there'll be less lime needed later. If we wait another year, I'm gonna get. We've got square hay, square straw, round silage, round hay, 5 of those. Let's get a round hay. And let's get, yeah, let's get square straw. Okay. That should be good. So, horses low on hay. Let's stab that. And if the horses can't eat all of this, we'll drop what remains in the sheeps. I think I put it here. Oops. Oh. Okay, that worked. So, horses have a ton of hay. They could do with some, what do they eat? The other stuff. Straw. Don't need a lot. I'll just top off the straw. Then we'll put some straw in with the cows. Whatever's left over. So, that's that bit. And then, that's food taken care of for today. Not a big problem. Not as big as it sometimes is before I notice. I could do with a little cart that I could stick on the back of this to move oats in. I think the only tipper I have at... Oh no, actually. I know what I can do. How's that? Straw is full. And that was a total wash. Go. Drop this in here. This will make the cows happy. It won't be enough to fill up the cows, but it's all a thing. And bite. Okay, horses done, cows also done. Cows have a lot of space for straw, but they don't seem to use it that quickly, so I'm fine. This out of there. We'll grab the bucket. I was thinking I just don't have a thing to carry small amounts of stuff in. I do. I have a bucket. It is good. All I have to do is tip it at the right angle. Might think about getting another bar here, like that one. So we have a bunch of stuff that needs to be dealt with. Okay, stick that there. Nope. Where do I need to park this? How about maybe there? Yes! Don't want wheat. Barley. I want oats. We're just going to fill that up with 2,600 litres of oats. That's probably more than enough. I'll run this over here and give it to the horsies. All right. Well, good start for the day. And that's all gone. And if we go back, look at the horsies. Horses now have a good supply, and that's going to last forever. Okay, next, contracts. There is a contract for stuff I don't do. There is another contract for stuff I don't do. It's ploughing contract, not interested. Stone picking contract, not interested. Could do the baling contract. They want squares. And biogas plant has negligible methane. I think we sell the wool. Okay. So we leave that till the o'clock, and that will be good. Okay, we have corn sell in January, cotton sell in March, goat milk sell in October. It's November, don't worry about it. What else? Milk. I sold the milk last month, so that actually worked out nicely. We're keeping the oats. Soybeans sell in July. Straws, no, not straw. Wheat sell in January. So we've got wheat. Where's the corn? Oh, up there. Corn in January, and cotton is sell in March. I want to have a look at some of those. So corn actually peaks in December here, but best price is June. Cotton best price is February. Soybeans June, and wheat December. So wheat will probably end up selling sometime in today's stream. Now I think we're done with this, and I might, we'll have a look at the line coverage, see how that's looking. I think the field I joined up should probably get some line, especially for the bit in the middle. That up. Much better. And I think, what am I doing? That way. Lovely turning circle on these. Plug this back in the corner. Off, engine off. Okay, that's done. So, good start to the day. Let me have a look at... Oh, our environmental scores are mostly awesome. 90, 92. Most of them appear to be around 92, 91. That's 89, not really sure why. But all of these have now been direct drilled, mulch rolled, don't need to be weeded because things. pH, I think I put lime down on all of those too. The soil map on these two is a little aged, but we can worry about that later. Nitrogen, I went out and sprayed them, so they are good. The rest is here. And yellow's bad, green is good. It looks like this field could do with some, and we can top off the entire field so it all reads the same. Everything else is kind of okay. Maybe that one could do with a top off. Maybe this middle one could do with a top off. But this one is obviously sorely depleted, comparatively speaking. So let's... I can't drive my feet, so let's go find a tractor. You are 6R 250. Go. Just use the littlest one. Maintenance is good, fuel is good. Oh, the 6R155's in the way. I think. Well, no, we might sneak in there. That's fine. Getting the lime out might be tricky, although I can cheat on that. Let's cheat with the lime fetching. So yeah, not much. Well, I got a bit of stuff done on the railway, which is awesome. I think a couple of weeks ago I found a website that lets you laser cut box pieces, so top, bottom, sides and ends. And all you had to do was put in the dimensions you want. You can do inches, millimeters, it doesn't matter. And it will basically draw all of the sides you need. The dimensions you put in are the outside dimensions. So the inside dimensions really depends on the thickness of material you're using. And then after that, you save the file, you stick it on your laser cutter, and yeah, just press go. Works really well. I did not want a sealed box. It's basically a sealed box would probably be something like a cube or any other six-sided regular shape. It's not really a functional box, at least I don't think it is. Now after that, I am going to set up the steering assist. Oh, you do not. Well, that's awkward. does not like splitting into two fields. So let's run over here and see if it works better. So yeah, so anyway, if you glued all the sides together and every side has teeth on it, it doesn't really make for a functional box. You can build effectively a tray, which is, it doesn't have a top on it. And then you can build a functional box, basically something with a lid. So the lid doesn't have any tabs on it. You kind of want to this is weird. Okay, whatever. Well, okay, let's do this anyway and say, okay, it is not giving me a GPS here. Not giving me a GPS anyway. It's really confused, isn't it? I did say okay. Yeah, this is not happy. Anyway, let's just drive around and do the thing. Missed that edge, never mind. I'll go around the outside and then I can just fill in. So yeah, you would need to buy some small hinges if you wanted the lid attached to the base, because there's no clear connection there. Possibly a catch so that you can shut the lid and keep it safe. So yeah, you could use it to make the foundations of a jewelry box and then decorate it. Me, I don't need boxes. I want platforms for trains. So all I did was I printed a tray, and the tray goes upside down. So the flat bit's on the top and the open bit's on the bottom, because it really doesn't matter. Creating adding an open bit on the bottom really just makes it adding a flat, making it a sealed box type of thing. That's just a waste of material, because I don't need a bottom. I just need a top. So I've spent, I think, the first day, can't remember whether I did it on Wednesday or Thursday, but the printer was running all afternoon. And then I ran out of wood. So I had to order some more wood, and that didn't come till yesterday. So I spent yesterday evening doing the rest of it. Or doing some more, not the rest of it. So it's slowly assembling. I mean, I have to, there are kind of issues with my station platforms are not straight edge, they're curved, so I'm going to have to figure out what sort of shenanigans I have to work in order to make the edging for where it curves, because obviously lasers don't cut curved edges, and bending bits of wood usually results in broken bits of wood. So either way, doesn't really work too well for that. Now that's all done, or when that's all done, I've got some plastic brick card, which I can use to form the platform edges. I didn't want to use paper, printed paper, because when you start gluing ballast to the tracks, it's gonna soak into the paper. That's a bad thing. It's the reason I went wood. The other thing with this, print your own boxes or form your own box cutting templates, is it also supports 3D printer formats. So instead of doing instead of doing laser etch files, you can do a 3D print file. It exports in both, which is nice. I don't have a 3D printer, but I am probably going to need one. The plan is to create maybe strips of tiles to go along the platform edges, and typically the tiles should have dimples. You can't do dimples on a laser cutter, or at least you can't do, well, we call them dimples go in, pimples go out. So they typically have pimples, and you can't do pimples on a laser cutter. You can do dimples really nicely. So I know one guy, I watched a video a couple of weeks ago where he did it with dimples. And I did point out, I thought they were supposed to be pimples. And he sort of, yeah, but laser cutters don't do pimples. So he said, okay, fine, that's not a problem. I'm just trying to fool people into thinking something's there, and maybe it's enough to fool their vision that it's not, it's what it's supposed to be. I'm thinking we would like a 3D printer. Might get one later this year on a special occasion when they're on sale type of thing. And if we do that, then that's easy to print strips of tiles with pimples on. So yeah, and as far as the rest of the station is concerned, it's not a big issue. I really need the bits. Oh, please no, dismiss. It's really more a case of I need the platform structures in place so I can plan where the track goes and finish off the track laying. I don't have to finish off the platform surfaces. I don't have to do the platform buildings. I can think about them, but I can delay that particular task. I do have to, what's the big thing we need to do? I do need to finish painting the track in the station area so that I can, if I want, deal with the station. Yeah, I can finish ballasting it, and then the station area is, for the most part, functionally complete, even if I don't have all the platforms and buildings and everything else. But that would open up the avenue of, if I feel like doing some more detailed scenery, I can do that if I want to. I'm really in the situation where I want to have as many jobs as possible I can pick up and run with. So there's the track painting. Once I've finished painting all the track, then I have to move on to something else. While there is still track to be painted, I can paint little bits every day or here and there and progress. So I can say, hey, look, I've painted 10 feet of track today, that's progression. If I don't feel like painting track, I can move on to you know, what other things can I do? And obviously 3D printing station platforms and gluing them all together is something